Namaste, angels. I'm back with another special kind of reading, a different reading, one that I've never done on camera before. I was actually guided to do this reading for myself yesterday, and I rarely read for myself, but when I feel like I'm being told to do something, or when I clearly hear that I'm being told to do something, I try to follow through. So I did it. And it's basically a reading of myself. So in this case, for the collective, it'll be the feminine, the masculine, and the third party. Whoever the third party is, because for everybody, it's not like a situation of cheating or polyamory or open relationship or whatever. Sometimes the other person is a relative, a friend, a job situation that's in the way. It's whatever your third party block is, right? That's keeping you from coming together. Mine was like crazy. Like my column was, it was what you would expect to see in a twin flame union. As a matter of fact, I was crowned by twin flame, and it was like twin flame, appreciation, blessings, like all these wonderful things. And then like the third party was like ego, no, denial, loss. Romance was in there too, but I think it was like trying to force something, because all those other cards were indicated like no, it's a no. Anyway, so I was just guided to see what we come up with everybody else. So we're starting with death. And behind death is the Three of Wands in reverse. So it seems like there is, a situation or somebody that is at a distance, that there is something between you, an obstacle, a block. So, which could be space even. Like I said, somebody, maybe they, work in another town, and that's keeping them over there. How can they move past it and be able to come together? That kind of stuff. So we're starting with death, which indicates an ending of some sort, a transition of something is not going to exist the way that it did before anymore. And last week's general reading, I actually called it the end. All right, I put a thumbnail on it that said the end, because I just felt like there was endings, which I talked about in the reading, coming to all of these situations. And there's stuff going on in the world too that I had talked about, like, I like watch the calendar, and I get shown things sometimes months in advance, and sometimes I'll share them with you guys. So you may remember, like, back I think it was like a week or two after Our Lady of Fatima, where I was talking about her again, even though her feast day had passed, because I felt something in connection to her and Mercury entering Gemini that signaled to me that some of Mary's predictions from Our Lady of Fatima were going to begin to come true. She had predictions of like war, or they had begun to come true already. We do have an existing war already, right? We have Ukraine. But just like war, and I talked about heads of state, like just suddenly, for whatever reason, they're no longer the head of state, like without an election maybe, or not, it's not the normal election time, like something weird happens. Sure enough, that went down in England yesterday. The Prime Minister had to step down. And so I just feel like these things are really unfolding on the global level and in our immediate lives. And that maybe that's why I'm being guided to do this. So it's nice to shuffle past death and to end up on, well, here's death, but to end up with a victory. So the transition is a good one. It's like we're moving into a much better space. And that's usually the way death works anyway. It gives way for new opportunities, new beginnings. I'll have another special reading this week, because I got to do one for the full moon also, full moon in Capricorn, in addition to the weekly. So we have the Lovers in reverse. And something interesting about the Lovers is It used to, in the original tarot, it was actually called the choice card. And it still can be about a choice. Like sometimes I'll tell you, like I pick up the Lovers and right away it tells me that it's talking about like a soulmate relationship, reciprocity, you know, equity, equality in a relationship, balance, all that wonderful stuff. And then sometimes I'll pick it up and I'll say it's like a heart versus head choice, decision that you have to make. And that's what I'm getting from this one. It's in reverse, so it's not as intense a situation or choice as if it was upright. But it's something that has you sort of wondering what to do. And I do think that you feel that you're destined for something here. This could be you, feminine, this could be the masculine, this could be in all of us. Feeling that we're destined for something here, but still also feeling like we have free will, right? Like, do I have to go toward that? Am I thinking about this correctly? Am I seeing it correctly? And we have a King of Swords here that looks like he's confused, right? He's upside down. King of Swords may be an actual Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. With this deck, we're starting with alone. And it says abandoned, lonely, lost. The divine is with you. You could be alone for many reasons. I mean, even if you're partnered, you know, in a committed relationship, you could feel alone, especially if the air between you isn't good, or something's going on, or there has been some sort of block. Maybe you're separated by actual space. Like I said, even though you're in a real relationship, you're still feeling like you're by yourself because physically you're by yourself. So we have alone. The next card is stuck. It's in reverse. I wish I still had I have to replace it. I had this stand that I could put like behind me so that it would be like over my head and you could see the cards this way instead of this way, because that's how I did mine. I had the two decks side by side with the kind of card pull that I'm going to do. Maybe I could still do that. I wonder how awkward that would be for you guys. All right, we got fertility here. Fresh ideas, manifest, growth, plant your seeds. So there's an opportunity for something new to start here and to grow successfully. Or something that's already started, there's an opportunity for it to expand, get bigger, better. There's an opportunity for manifestation. And for some people, there could be literal fertility right now. Like it could be a good time for you to get pregnant if that's something you're wanting to do. All right, so I'm going to start with these. I think I will try to do it this way. I'll just show you the cards. All right, so Lovers is in reverse. So the first card will be the feminine. This is us. And it is the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. So kind of tired of putting effort into something, feeling like it's not like we're working and working and working and nothing's coming of it. And this is the masculine. 10 of Cups in reverse. In terms of love and relationship, 10 of Cups in reverse means that the person that you feel how you feel about feels the same way about you. So there's no need for you to be worried and panic that they don't. And the third party. Third party looks pretty healthy in this one. 6 of Pentacles. I'm not going to be able to do it like that and have you guys see it and have it make sense. Let me turn it around. Okay. How the masculine currently views you, us, feminine. Wish fulfillment. 9 of Cups in reverse. Even in reverse, it's still a yes. And, you know, yes or no questions, especially having to do with relationships. And it still is about wish fulfillment. So like a dream come true. If it was upright, he'd really be like, he's confused. Okay, that's why his 10 of Cups is in reverse also. But he still feels that you are like something that he's prayed for. How is he feeling about himself right now? Okay, pretty good. Like maybe the worst is behind him. He had been going through a struggle. So like I said, last week I saw like something coming to an end, something culminating and getting out of a funky energy. So maybe last week he was in a 5 of Swords, and now this week he's feeling 6 of Swords-ish. How he's viewing the third party. Knight of Wands. So there's still some sort of passion and excitement about the third party as well. But this energy tends to be like an in and out. So like he'll feel this way and then he won't. Also could have something to do with an actual fire sign, of course. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This can also mean that he's going to take some sort of action with regard to the third party. That he's eager to take some sort of action. What he wants with you right now. Queen of Pentacles. So that feeling of at home. While he is at home with you, you make him feel comfortable, at home, loved, taken care of, nurtured. Queen of Pentacles can actually, of course, be a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. What he wants in general, like for himself, with himself, to be happy. He wants to be happy. He wants his, you know, to reach his goals. He wants his dreams to come true. He wants his prayers to be answered. And remember, you are one of the prayers, right? We have the 9 of Cups here. This could also be tied to Aquarius energy. And to being like in the spotlight. Maybe there's something with his job or something where he wants to like shine. Stand out. And what does he want with the third party? King of Wands in reverse. In general, the King of Wands is often somebody who's been like through a lot in his life. King of Wands in reverse. Been through a lot in his life. And because of that, like he's grown, he's matured from his experiences. And he's like empathetic to other people and understanding that like not everybody is built like him. Not everybody moves at his pace or moves how he moves, period. And I guess that's how he's feeling about this person. You know, like they're just not aligning. So it's not necessarily like where there's a hate or disdain or, you know, for this other energy here. But it's just like we're not moving at the same pace. We're not on the same page. And the King of Wands is also in general is, you know, like the quintessential divine masculine of the tarot. It's just a representation of the divine masculine in the tarot. So with this third energy, he's upside down. You know, he's not right. He's not himself. He's out of sorts. What comes next, like in the near future? Devil for the feminine. Magician for the masculine. And feeling left out in the cold for the third party. This devil could be positive. It could be connected to, I mentioned the the full moon that comes on the 13th. It's a Capricorn full moon. So when I'm saying what's next for the feminine, there could be like a major shift or change that comes with that full moon. Full moons bring additional endings and new beginnings. So there could be something else to get started there. Also, there could be something that pops up as a block, maybe having nothing to do with the full moon for the feminine that she has to deal with. But in the meantime, the masculine is manifesting those dreams and wishes and things that he wants. And he also may have actually taken action here, like we said, with this Knight of Wands, and done something with the third party who's gone from being the 6 of Pentacles to the 5. And the 5 being that sense of, you know, I'm out. This Devil can also be the feminine slipping into fear because the masculine has sort of found his way and is manifesting things he wants, including perhaps her. And like when it actually is happening, then we slip into that fear again too and get in our own way with another block. But what does he want to happen? What is he manifesting in with regard to us? 6 of Cups, soulmate energy, memories, making memories, creating new memories if it's somebody that you just met or that you're just starting with, or reliving some memories, going down memory lane with somebody you've been with before. 6 of Cups can often be connected to exes and stuff. So that's what he's manifesting with us. What is he manifesting for himself? New start, victory, success, and like all his endeavors, abundance, everything, justice, truth, if there's been lies and stuff, for stuff to come out, clarity, understanding. And what is he manifesting with the third party? The Fool in reverse. This is interesting because the Fool in reverse is still about being willing to take a chance. So it's not like, you know, you're completely out, but it talks about one's like independence and success maybe, and maybe the fact again that they're not at the same page, not on the same page, that getting in the way of a relationship being able to work between, you know, anybody like that. And what do we have? What should be the last one? I don't remember what I did for my own for the last one. I guess we'll just do like an outcome kind of card. So there's movement, communication with the feminine. In his own life, there is joy, there's happiness. So he does successfully begin to manifest the things he wants. He has to continue to work at it, though. 4 of Wands, especially in reverse, doesn't just mean like joy and happiness is just coming and it's just going to keep coming on its own. You have to, you know, put the effort in. It may require him to put the effort in here, you know, with the feminine, if that's from where he's trying to get the joy. And then there, discord, 5 of Wands. So some third-party situations, I would think, are going to come to a complete end. And where they don't come to a complete end, they're still not doing very well. Whereas there's movement nicely for the masculine, you know, happy for him as an individual, and here with the feminine. And I guess that's why we have the Lovers in reverse. Because there is something happening in love. It's just not, you know, that it's not strong enough to be the upright lovers yet. And it does involve, you know, making those choices between your heart versus your head. Like logically, he could be, you know, his mind could be telling him that this is where he belongs. And maybe that's why that started out with the Six of Pentacles. Like, this makes sense. There's, you know, I feel balanced over here. I don't have to do too much over here. Or I'm living my own, you know, I'm like sort of living separately from this energy. This requires effort, right? You gotta put work in. There's something toxic or something involving fear or something here, right? Then we got to do communication. We got to make movement. It's 4 of Wands in reverse. That requires maintenance. And so, you know. All right, let's see if there's any advice for the feminine here. So the feminine also needs to, like, work on getting balanced. I thought I saw something in the card. Getting her energy balanced, I guess, work on this, releasing this, whatever this fear is and stuff like that, because this is like a lack of movement, like a lack of faith, you know? And I guess that it's tied into this 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Like when you feel like you're working and you're working and you're working and nothing's coming of it, you can sort of begin to lose faith and belief, but you need to work on that because, you know, as you can see, there is some things here waiting to happen. Some of it is karmic. We got the, you know, this major arcana. But all of it is, it looks like it's ready to happen, but you have to do, this is what you can do to help yourself in that regard. For the masculine, he needs to get out of his head. He needs to get out of his head. Things are going well. He's anxious. He's not sleeping well. And it probably is because he wants these things so badly. Like he's probably working very hard, physically too, at this manifestation. Maybe at his job, like, you know, trying to put in a bunch of hours, make money so that he can, you know, actually bring these things into his life. But he's got to watch his stress level also and his anxiety. And for this person, well, they have a decision to make, and it should probably be to take a walk because you're out. And that's what I have for you. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back with the weekly and the full moon reading. Please do like, share, subscribe, and comment. Namaste.